Yo guys, what up? It is a rather big day, big times for really just everything, all markets, not just the corn, not just whatever it is we're looking at. Why are my headphones doing this every day? We have a huge week ahead of us, a huge week. Tomorrow, the US will finally cast its elections for what has seemed, I don't know, like a decade of campaigning. I am so ready to have this over with. I don't know about you guys. I know there's a lot of anxiety, some nervousness around tomorrow, and I think that's understandable. I think it's not just the US. I think we're all here with that. I'm feeling it. I think people around the world are feeling it. Let's rip the Band-Aid off. Certainly there is expectations of what markets will do depending on which candidates win. Typically, have you noticed that it's like whatever candidate you want to win, it seems to be like, that's the one. If they win, everything will go up. And if the other people win, everything will go down. Check your biases. Pay attention. Odds are the same things are going to happen regardless. We're probably going to see a shakeout of markets. Bitcoin today starting with a red candle, really kind of threatening the long position that we came up with. I think at some point last week I took it and, oh man, it's cutting it close. We're down 1.6% on the week. Today's Monday, so that's all of today. This chart has very few updates versus last stream. You'll notice down here, 63.3. This is a number we've been talking about for weeks and weeks and weeks. And I realized it wasn't on this big kind of blueprint chart. When we skip to the quarter, you will find 63.3 is the beginning or the start of this quarter. Trading underneath there gives us a red quarterly candle. It's interesting. I didn't realize we had gone through all the TA behind 63.3. There's lots of things. We can look at it in a little bit, but I didn't even realize that was the exact open of this quarter. Even spicier, more confluence at that level. So if you're worried about price selling off into the end of this month or even into the end of the year, 63.3 probably a very fresh target to be looking for. Nothing changed there. Monthly in November, now trading at down 3.69%, barely really anything, but we've seen such little volatility that it feels absolutely huge. It feels very impactful. It feels very real. Last week, we had a almost attempt at an all-time high, and everyone got very excited. Hype was very high for 24 hours, something like that. That hype has simmered down a good bit. We do have a hefty, hearty crew with us today. 240 viewers. We're only a few minutes in. Welcome, fam. Don't forget to smash those likes on the way in. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Vote in the poll. Share the stream out. Just engage. Let us know you're here. It helps YouTube share this with more people. Not a lot of volatility. This has been really the quietest Bitcoin has been since last year at this exact same time. Into October and November, we started blasting off again, and that's still on the table. Remember, this is just the first week coming in here on this month. We've traded down a little bit, but this could still change. It could still look just like last year, as realistically, a lot of the chart has. Yeah, very realistically, a lot of the chart is just lining up to be just like last year. It's kind of wild. At 63.3 is the quarterly open. Of course, it's October's open. And through this almost entire year, we have had a very simple mantra on these monthly candles. Each monthly candle has tested the previous candle's open and the previous candle's close. So if we're going to keep following that, which with this red candle, a little bit of spookiness today, I think people may be looking for that 63.3. That's where we would be. That will eventually break. That won't last forever. But we have seen this play out very spectacularly. Last month, we were able to grab 59K almost with precision because of that exact logic. Maybe that's what's in store again. We'll find out. Trading above, let's throw this on here, 70.2. That is our monthly open, a good place to look as well. If you open along at any point, maybe even 63.3 if it comes, 70.2, not a bad spot to look to trim, take a little profit off the table, likely going to find some resistance here as price moves back up, but still early to tell. Let's go down to this week. So the week, get rid of this on the week for now. There we go. On the week, very simple setup. We are bar coding again. Last week's wick high to 73.6, sold off by the bears, and we did not get a strong close. We were looking for above 69,000. We were hoping for a bullish engulf on the week, giving us that 3-candle setup and suggesting further upside was along the way. We did not get that. We closed a little bit lower, 68.8, and now we can even see on this day we are trading below the previous week's open. 6 days and 6 hours to go. Trading below, closing below there. We're going to have a bearish engulfing candle. And things aren't so good. That wouldn't be so good. Lots of time left on the table here. That is a strange request. Sorry, someone just sent me something weird. Lower low versus last week, but still hanging out up here. Not really a ton going on. The little bit of red here and there feels so much worse. It feels so much worse than it really is. RSI on the week unchanged. Really nothing going on. Nothing going on really at all on the weekly time frame. We had a very strong signal come in 3 weeks ago, and that signal's still valid here. We can see our TK moving up with price, suggesting that even as low as 64.2, still within the realm of this signal firing. That's about it there on the week. That's all we really got. What about our Bollinger Bands? Bollinger Band, dude, now even the 20 weekly coming up, meeting that 63.3. If price, I can say this confidently, if price does hit 63.3 this month, I'm definitely going to look for a long position. Not financial advice, guys, of course. I'm just sharing with you my thoughts, but everything lines up there. That seems to be the last stand of the bulls. I don't know. Certainly isn't a doom scenario if we trade lower, but I think the odds of getting a bounce from there, at least back to the 68 range, is incredibly good. And I think will offer a really solid opportunity for trading. I'm going to go down to the day now. Going down. There we are. Nothing on the daily chart here. Still holding a higher low for now. We don't know. We don't know what's going to come next, but holding a higher low for now above 65,000. We're still about 2.6 thousand away. I don't think we see that today. I think that the low is in for today personally. We'll find out a little bit more as I zoom down. Some interesting thoughts here on the daily time frame. RSI hitting a lower low, coming down lower than that $65,000 low, painting or suggesting, once we see any kind of reversal, bullish divergence on these lows. I do believe we have seen that come into play over this long consolidation period and play out for a pretty decent upside. I think we've seen that in the past year. That RSI looking good. Of course, that is off the table if price trades and closes below 65K, so something to keep an eye on this week. Money flow is very contradicting of price right now. We see money flow on the day coming up, this green hitting a higher high, despite momentum and VWAP down and the candles down. This is now for the 6th day potentially of red candles in a row after what was, I'll say, the spiciest upside of this year. Not of this year, of the last many months. What I like about this setup here, and it's outside the charts, we've been talking about this more and more as things get a little bit more energetic. Price went almost to all-time high. People returned, especially older OGs of the channel, of the space, noticing. Retail, not really noticing. We got some new viewers for sure, but not maybe the euphoric March explosion, right? We saw some new people. That's good. The violence with which this market extinguished that hype is impressive even for Bitcoin. That run was basically 2 days, and now we're on 6 days of down. We haven't retraced the whole move, but I find this to be very bullish. The ability to just dismiss that hype, to get people back out of that mindset. Definitely people entering shorts over the last 6 days in profit, obviously at this point, but I like that setup. I like how quickly that was turned around. To me, that is what I have seen many times before Bitcoin has gone on to make some serious moves. Let's throw this on here. Our moving averages on the day today kind of sucks. Opening above the 20-day, losing it, closing below does suggest pretty heavily more of these downside targets. Our 50 daily moving average continues to move up. In fact, our 200 has begun to slant up. A nice bullish sign in my opinion. Begun to slant up with price, and you can see this 50 coming up to meet the price, coming up to reunion with price up, I'll say. If we continue to trade sideways, which might be on the books, I kind of doubt it, as we have, again, the elections tomorrow, and I have some actual bad news about one of the big events coming up this week. We had scheduled the FOMC 𝐴 stream for Wednesday, and man, for some reason, 𝐴 rugged us. I assume it's related to the election. Maybe they didn't want to have the FOMC the day after the election. I don't know. They're always on Wednesday. Every single one has been on Wednesday. And unfortunately, they have postponed it to Thursday. Now, if for some reason that changes between then and now, we'll still do our 𝐴 stream Wednesday. But it looks like we are going to have to miss a 𝐴 stream. I know it hurts my heart. Those are my favorite streams. They're your favorite streams. They're the biggest ones. It looks like we're going to have to miss it because, as you guys know, I will be flying to Dubai on Thursday, and I leave Thursday morning. I leave at 6 a.m. on Thursday morning. There's no way I'll be able to stream unless that airplane has some serious Wi-Fi and maybe a streaming setup. I'll be attending the Crypto Content Creator Campus, which you guys can check out at ccc.buzz. It's going to be a cool time. Lots of big people, big names. I'm just excited to go to Dubai. Honestly, I've never been there. I've always wanted to go there. But it sucks because I'm going to have to miss that if it's on Thursday. I know. I'm sorry, fam. I know it hurts me more than it hurts you, I promise. But we have those two giant events coming up this week with almost 100% certainty. We're going to see volatility. We're going to see some big, scary, and at times maybe euphoric moves. And likely by the end of the week, it will all settle back. I don't think that this trend is changing. I think that we're going to continue this march up. It may take longer than expected in typical Bitcoin fashion, but this week is going to be full of surprises. And yes, you are welcome for going live and freezing price. Things were getting a little sketchy there, but our live came in and saved it. Now trading sideways. We're going to go down. Let's say, looked at day. Let's go to this. A little bit more here on the chart. We saw that 65.6 resistance from earlier in October. Resistance from earlier in October back tested as support on our run towards the all-time high. We were hoping, or I was hoping, that price would do the same on this retest, come back down to just about 60. That's where that long was placed, and then look to retest. That did not happen. We've traded below it, and at this point, the long is pretty cooked. Now, if the low is in today, I think maybe this can hang on, but it did get stopped out. I'm not going to LARP to you guys. I'm not going to make it up. I'm not going to move it. Yeah, we got stopped out by a little bit here. The stop was 67.4. Today's low coming in at 67.250. I didn't stop my trade out, but if this low breaks, I'm probably going to stop it out, unfortunately. I'll show you guys that in just a little bit. How else could we view this chart? Certainly we can connect to fib. We've moved below the 618. Haven't quite tested the 786. Not a lot there. Really any further selling, I think, suggests a full retrace of this move. And if that happens, then we have to basically just start looking downward again to these targets. 65.6, while it was tested and we moved higher, could come in as support again. In fact, I will make the argument if this happens, we will likely get a bounce at least back to the 68K area. If it does not hold, which I think maybe makes more sense to this chart as we've already tested it twice, higher high coming down, we're going to be looking for that 63.3 area. This is the money maker. This is the spot, boys. On the day, all kinds of candles that would suggest there's going to be support on a test. We did not get a test of this level. Price basically shot up from there, leaving behind some inefficiencies or some gaps, and we do tend to see those get filled. So outside even of the candles, we have our daily golden cross at that exact level, the 200-day sitting right there, just waiting to be tested. Again, we did not get a test of the 200-day. We shot above it. We have not come back to pay that piper yet. And so that may still be in the cards. It won't be the path that I would like to happen, but it is certainly one that makes sense to this chart. There is liquidity sitting there, and the market may look to sweep that before moving higher. Losing 63.3, I think, is less likely. I don't really believe, though I've been wrong in the past, that we will see much lower trading than that. But if we do, 59,000, then maybe as low as retesting August's low. Losing 59, yes, you could get a wick in this area, move back up. It would just be very random. Things get sketchier under 59,000. That's really how I see it. It's truly how I see it. That used to be the 618 as well. There's a lot of confluence there. So I am watching 63.3 closely. I have alerts set all over the place. And now it's time to get down to the hours. We're going to do this with normal speed, and then we're going to get to the chat. Guys, I'm sorry if you think I'm ignoring you. I'm not ignoring you. Keep hyping it up. I see you, Carlos. I'll see that super chat in a sec. I see you guys. Keep hyping it up. Keep hitting the likes. Keep subscribing. Join the Discord. Check out the links in the video description below. We're going to get to the chat in a minute. The 12-hour has the exact same bullish divergence forming as the daily. I like that. I like to see these things agree. They don't often, but we do have potentially bull div forming on the day right here and on the 12-hour right here. I like that. If this wasn't the case, be a little bit less confident for that low to be in today. Unfortunately, our oscillators look like crap. I'd really like to see them much stronger. Money flow remains positive on the day and 12-hour, but they both have this kind of weak feel to them. Momentum is down. It hasn't really pinched or reversed. VWAP is down, and I don't believe it made a higher high. No higher high here on money flow, even into the all-time high basically retest. So not the strongest setup from the 12-hour. I wish it was a little bit juicier. An idea here. 1 second, just to give you a little clarity. A little bit more clarity. There it is. If you guys don't know about the object tree, you're sleeping. If you're charting all day, man, you gotta learn about the object tree. That's what I'm messing with right here. It's just a great way to organize things. One of our videos is a pretty good explanation of it. So I got rid of some of this just because I wanted a little more clarity on the chart here. We were looking at this bull flag, which for some reason, against all odds, broke to the upside in Bitcoin. I know, I'm just as surprised. What's interesting here is our lows, our ascending low trend lines up right here with today's wick. Now, as we get closer, we'll see exactly how accurate that is. But it is interesting to see the momentum here, at least intraday, slow down. I think that is some kind of hopium to put in your pipe today, that the low is in fact in, and that at least we're going to be moving back up to the previous supports that we've broken and kind of testing them as resistance, hopefully breaking through. I just think there's anything else on 12 hours there. No. High above the cloud, everything's looking okay. Let's go down into some random hours. 8-hour, same as the 12, same as the day. You got that bullish divergence, but this is not quite where I want it to be. Not seeing that trend continuation that I'm hoping for. 6-hour rolled into negative money flow. Again, same thing. Every way you cut this, it seems, on every time frame, you got bullish divergence forming, provided you don't break 65,000. 4-hour coming in hot, boys. Damn. I am kind of weak. Yikes. The 2, low, closed. All right. As we started the stream, the 2-hour just closed. I do see some upward mobility on these lower time frames. Now down to the 2-hour. Money flow may have peaked at its bottom on Sunday, as we're seeing higher lows and higher highs come in. Momentum not quite agreeing, but VWAP may be giving us that first signal, that first taste of higher highs. Even here, RSI here might be seeing that same bullish divergence. We did not get a deep oversold hit on either of these sell-offs. RSI not being pulled down as low as these previous lows. That's kind of cool, not by itself, but it's kind of cool when we also see that divergence building in the 4, 6, 8, 12 daily, like every time frame. It suggests that we are likely going to get a rip up here at some point. Unfortunately, I don't know exactly when, but at some point. The 1-hour is bleeding still, though. Lower low on money flow. Yikes. I'm not sure if I see upside quite yet. I think we get a retracement probably during the stream. I wouldn't count on it being super exciting. I would be surprised if we saw that big volatility today. Maybe towards the end of the day, maybe towards the end of the market close, or even this evening if you're in the US, as it will be the next day, the election day. But I kind of think this is the baked in move before it happens. And one thing we'll take for Hopium as well is that I prefer that we had this sell-off now versus pumping into the election. Because I have been saying for weeks, people have been asking, what about the election? What about the election? Will it pump, will it don't? To be honest, whatever direction it's trending, I fully expect to see a move in the other direction after the election, regardless of the outcome. Bitcoin never wastes an opportunity to kind of scoop up confusion, and this is a good setup, in my opinion. If we had been pumping post-election, I think we would have seen some spooky red candles. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we're getting it out of the way now, and we'll see a little bit green pastures maybe over the next 24, 48 hours. What even is this? What even is this pattern? It's a sloppy pattern. Looks like it's rounding, right? This was kind of rounding. I don't know. Go down to some minutes here, and then we can get to the chat, fam. I appreciate your patience. Appreciate your hyping. Let's just see. Maybe that same bullish divergence on the 30. Not quite the same bullish divergence on the 15. That's all right. Nothing on the 5. Nothing on the 5 other than some serious straight down inefficiencies here. Likely on low time frames. I was saying probably looking for a retracement during the stream, but I doubt it takes us anywhere too spectacular. Here we are. It seems like it's already happening. Moving back up to 68K, our 0.5 retrace just very locally here. Let's see what this looks like. Kind of cool. You take it from this high, it's the 382. Take it from this high, it's the 0.5. That's kind of spicy. It doesn't really mean anything. Doesn't mean much, but it's just interesting. It's chart nerd stuff. I think 68K is a good test, but that's happening right now. That's hardly even a call. Is there any other level here that might be juicy? 68.4. Hourly order block before the dump. Closed a lower candle. So wait, do we have lower RSI? No. That's bull div, honestly, on the hour. So we're looking for this to play out on many more time frames. But on the hour right now, we do have, in my opinion, confirmed bull div. We have lower wick, lower close, RSI not reflecting that. And we do have a green close and now a higher high in that hourly. So that's some kind of reversal. Even if it isn't a moon ticket, it is the beginning. It is, at least on this low time frame, confirmation of bull div, and hopefully that plays out. Hopefully that goes into the 4, 6, 8, 12 daily time frames as we just looked, as we did our top-down analysis. Let's see if I can just get an upside target, and we'll jump to the chat here. $68. Just like 68, man. I want higher, longer. I don't have a good one. I'm going to refrain from it. I don't want to give you guys bad data, bad analysis. We're going to leave it as is. All right. So there was our top down. Things overall, I think that we're going to see the volatility come in this week. To summarize, I think we're going to have a very volatile week. And I didn't even say this. I'll be out of the country on Thursday. And whenever I travel, things tend to get crazy. Just like when we go live and things freeze in place. It's the opposite effect. So add that into the FOMC and the elections, and man, we're primed for something. We're primed for something here. So I'm done with that. Here we go. Bitcoin putting on a little bit more gains. Maybe we're looking for the 0.5, 68.3. It's 0.5% move from here. We'll find out. So let me see who's here in the chat, my friend. If you're here today, please put a message. Put a message here. Let me know what you're looking at. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know how you're feeling. And let's freestyle it. Let's wing it. See where we get. What's up, C-Ray? Alexandra G, good to see you. Pickle, my friend. Cheers. Digital asset degen. Random name, feeling anxious. Yeah, bro. It's everyone. It's not just you. It's not just me. I think it's the entire world is anxious right now. But I think what we have to keep in mind is think of that silver lining. Maybe not just right after tomorrow, but very soon we will stop having to hear about the election. That sounds like a dream to me at this point. That's your smart, strange one, easy. What's up, Gabe? Big Short, Tom P. What's up, man? Looking at No Sauna. I don't know if I got an alert for No Sauna. We'll see. Foxy Thorny, my friend. Crimson Chode. Sneck as always. How are you? Line in my pocket. 67.5 was the May close to June open. Great place to bounce. Interesting. All right. Right here. 64.6. 67.5. Okay. Okay. I think out of simply not wanting to have too many lines here, because this is how I could have done it. I didn't want to have all these lines. I want it to be kind of more simple looking. But good catch. Because I didn't put those on the chart, I wasn't really paying attention to them. There's definitely an argument here. 67.5. Thank you, line in my pocket. Good eye. Definitely an argument here. There's another argument. 64.6 for sure. There you go. Really that same logic. Let's see what that looks like on our day. Wow. Wow. See, that's what I mean. So many lines, bro. I don't want this many lines on my chart. Oh, it's so many. 68. I guess I can get rid of that because that really was the trade open. That wasn't necessarily a horizontal. That doesn't look bad. It does not look bad. I feel like there's a trend line I'm missing. Something like this. How would I place this? How would you place it? Would you place it this way? Person watching this right now. Is this the way you'd place it? Nope, that'd be underneath price. Maybe like that. Still underneath price. I like this best actually. So this is like a fake out to the trend. Touch, higher high. You've touched it, closed above. Now you've opened above it and you're teasing that underneath close. If this trend line is relevant, by the end of the day, if this candle closes green, that may be actually a very strong bounce, especially combined with that monthly level. Good eye, man. What's up, Ace of Hearts? Derek Merrill, my friend. 420 blaze it. By the way, speaking of that, we've got 500 viewers. Well done. Good numbers. But only 153 likes. Could you do me a favor? Do me a solid here. Just make sure you've hit that like button. Make sure you've subscribed. I've heard a few of them. We'll catch up with them. If you subscribe while we're live, this count will in real time roll over. It'll be very exciting. We'll celebrate you. We'll celebrate everything that is you for joining our community. Like Eduardo. What's up, Eduardo? How you doing, man? Ted Schulze also subscribed during the live while I was talking. Well done. I'm sure there were some others. It doesn't always show me them. I don't know. It's hit or miss. Carlos Marcelo with the $10 super chat. Tom, that is all. Thank you, brother. Appreciate your support. Appreciate your super chats, your viewership. Just appreciate you being here, fam. Who else is here? I missed some people. Sorry on behalf of African Warlord Crypto yesterday. I don't know what. Oh, Fried, you were in that Discord. No, you don't need to apologize. Matthew Smeed invited me to a Discord, and then I joined it, and when I checked back, he wasn't there, so I left it. I wasn't offended or anything. What's up, random name? John Connor, no name. Who else? All the boys are here. A Norga. What's up, A Norga? A78, Ace of Hearts, Alexander G. Alphonsius Kahiati. What's up? Amen. Benjamin Cohen. Speaking of Benjamin Cohen, how's Dominance doing? Not very bearish. What's up, Big Short? Bless, C. Ray, Codan, Derek Merrill, Dave Kane, Digital Asset, Degen, Foxy Thorny, Cloud Chaser. How you doing, friend? Codan. I got that one. Angela. How you doing, Angela? Foxy Thorny, Fried, Gabe, God, Glory to Glory to Glory. Greg Shavchuk. What's up, friend? Har X2Y. Gerard, Joez, John Connor, Josh Kennington Kai, who I will be seeing in Dubai in just a few days. Let's go. What's up, Lampa Center, Lee, line in my pocket, Mems, Miss Leisha, baby. How you doing, Leisha? How you doing? Mr. Meaner, Mr. Days, NBF Forum, No Name, No One, One House Productions, I see a random name, Randy Greer, Robert Liu, C-Loss, Shane, Telmo, The Crimson Chode, Pickle, Supervillain, Tillin. How you doing, Tillin? Tillin, you, the daylight savings and starting a little bit later, well, it's for me the same time. What time does that make it where you're at? We're probably going to stream at noon going forward. We'll see. Maybe when I get back from Dubai. Tom P. Up and Run, Uzi, VG, Wald, Watch and Listen, X77X. What's up, boys? All the boys are in the yard. Oh, yeah. What's up, Martina Salou? All right, we got almost 200 likes. We're doing a little bit better. Let's get into some charts. What's the big stuff? C-Ray, you're a swing state voter. Bro, I bet every single billboard, every single ad you're getting online, I bet it's all political. I bet it's all vote, vote, vote. Dude, I can't wait for this shit to be over. Cannot wait. Now's a good time to visit Dubai. Yeah, I'm getting the hell out of here. No dramas, mate. What's happening, brother? Much love from down under. Jesus loves you. Thank you. What's up, PD's World? Namaste from India. Shout out to India. By the way, PD's World, what is like the biggest Indian exchange, because I asked some members of our community, but like, what is the biggest one? I'm curious. We have a lot of Hindi viewership, and I'm thinking maybe we might look to dub our trading videos and make like a Hindi channel. I don't know. Check out the open interest on Ethereum perpetual Binance chart, 𝐂𝐴𝐴. We could probably do that. I do have something I want to bring up and show you. What's up, Dino Mike? Enoch. Beginning of a new bear market. Man, that would suck. That would suck. Heard that before. I don't think that's the case. But, you know, you never know. You never know until it's too late. That's what I say. You're voting based on the latest ads? Yep. Whoever serves me the last ad before I vote is getting my vote. That's the craziest way to vote, but I like it. I appreciate the crazy. I like it, my friend. I'm going to show you guys something. So, actually, this would be options interest. It's not perps, but options. Max Pain. Interesting kind of little story going on here for Max Pain. Max Pain right now, and these contracts expire. These are daily, whatever. The 5th. Today's the 4th. So tomorrow, Max Pain sits at 68.5. Seems that there's bearish options being taken. People kind of maybe trying to hedge the election. Hedge the election result. The 6th into the 7th, same thing, and it comes down to 67,000 on the 8th. Comes back up to 69 on the 15th. The lowest point in this month for Max Pain. Wait, right? Oh no, these are into the end of the year. It's confusing the way they do the dates. 24/1/227, the 27th of December. The end of the year, Max Pain sits at 62,000. Kind of weird. I think that is due to bullish. People bullishly buying options. So Max Pain is lowered when people are betting up. It's higher raised when people are betting down. And what's pretty cool is into January, then we get 70K again. I don't actually know what Max Pain was earlier. Well, let's say at the end of October. I didn't look at it then, but I was just browsing this, and it's kind of interesting how options are telling its own story here. The good takeaway, well, I have one more comment here. I'll say the good takeaway is most of these Max Pains are high, meaning 69, 70,000. What's interesting is the lowest point here is 62,000, pretty close to that 63.3 target. And it's also the most volume out of all the option dates. That is December 27th is the end of the year. 62,000. What if we visited 63.3 by the end of the year? It does spike back up to 70 and kind of remains there. Just an interesting thing to look at. I don't know how well you can trade by them, but it makes me feel more comfortable. Anyone have a TV recommendation? You were looking at a Samsung OLED. I don't know crap about them. I should. Max Pain, great game. True that. True that. You're hosed on G-Sol. Sorry to hear that. Bitcoin, Greg, yeah, Bitcoin does not care who the president is. No matter who wins, that printer going to keep burring. Bitcoin going to keep making blocks. In fact, it has no concept, actually. Zero concept at all of who is president or not. I don't know. I just find it interesting that the bad scenario is always whatever candidate you don't support. And I see it from both sides. So it's like, I don't care about either party. Do you remember when Reddit used to have Doge's superior tech everywhere? No, I don't know. I don't remember that. I'm on Reddit all the time. F politics, amen, dude. Want to check out some of these alerts, see if anything very spicy has happened on the alerts, then maybe we'll take some requests. I think that's a good way to go. That's a good path forward for this stream. I'm going to zoom this in. Man, these don't love what I see here. So MPC, interesting. I didn't plan this. MPC, that alert must have been for the trade fill. Catching a knife here, man. We are catching a knife on MPC. Will this trade play out? I don't know. I like it still. I like how we're seeing this sell off across the space, and that has brought MPC right back down. And there's actually a few other charts right back down to the support that was untested that we had been waiting to see tested since September. Here we are. 2.37 cents is the low in though. I don't hate that. VWAP coming up, money flow coming up. Momentum needs to pinch on the day, but that's not that far away. Momentum is my least kind of weighted indicator there. Maybe we need a fib on MPC. Nothing. I guess we do it that way. Close to the 0.5. Maybe this trade stop could be brought just under 2.3 cents. Unfortunately, so we placed this trade before we even saw a new all-time high on MPC. We were targeting back to that all-time high. However, since then, because it took a long time to get here, we do have areas of relevance, relevant resistance, right? 3 cents, an order block. It was a bullish order block. Moved higher. We had another. No, that's not a bullish one, but we had another order block on the way down. Now we have to kind of retake those levels. There are going to be profit takers. There are going to be sellers. There will be resistance. I want to see what this will look like from the high if the low is in. That's beautiful. That's some beautiful confluence, man. I like this. I kind of like this trade. What do you guys think right now? 1, if you like it in chat. 2, if you don't. If you guys hate it enough, maybe I'll open a trade. I'll give you a sec because I know there's a bit of a delay. I'm going to pull up an exchange just in case. See if they even have it. Lame. Don't you hate when you're on an exchange and like there's a coin you want and you're like, ooh, and you type it in and then you finish that last letter of the ticker and it's like no results. God damn it. What can I even? Fair desk is gonna, I'm not even gonna figure it out right now. This is on MEXC. I guess I could log into MEXC, but I don't feel like it. What do you think? Was it good or bad? Let me check the results. Ones. All right. I actually like this one. I like this one. I don't know jack about this coin. All I know is this chart right here. Before I make this impulse decision, let's zoom out a little bit. Nope, I'm in. All right, give me a sec. Balls. I'm not sure what I can log into right now. I hate that so many exchanges have been KYC'd or gone down recently. Man. Maybe they'll have it on contract. I'm looking on FEMX right now. Links in the video description below. How do they not even have perps on it, son? Really? Lame. Sometimes that's just a sign that it's not meant to be, right? It's just, it's not meant to be. Don't do it. Let's see markets. MEXC, Gate, Radium, BitGet. I have like none of these. I have MEXC, but I don't think I can log into it right now. BingX, can't log in. I'll try this. I'll try MEXC. I don't think I'll be able to log in though. Nah, access restricted. Nope. Well, I guess another time. I mean, technically you guys could do it, but dude, yep, this confirms it for me. I like this. No trade is ever guaranteed. No matter how much I like it, no matter how much Confluence, whatever, it's never guaranteed. But I like this a lot. We've been waiting for this level. We're seeing the market shake out. Zooming out to the month, check this. This is your monthly resistance. You closed higher, back test as support. That's all I needed to kind of compound what's already here. To be looking for. That's enough for me. I think what I'm going to do is I'll check it out later. We'll see where the price is at by the time the stream's over and what's going on today. But I'm definitely going to put this trade into the VIP exclusive private trading group in the Discord for all those members. You can get access to it just by signing up with any link in the video description below. Easy peas. Damn. Yeah. Who long? You know what I mean? Like who is longing this? 2, 4, 6, 8 days of red in a row. Who's longing it? Probably very few people. And I like it when I feel as if it is not a crowded trade. I don't think this is a crowded trade right now. I'm going to add some other indicators here. What we got? RSI. Let's just get a simple oscillator. A little div. Nice. What do you got on the week? Nothing. Practice safe risk management, my friends. I like this trade. Hell yeah. Absolutely. I'm going to put an alert at 3 cents. I'm going to check out the other alerts here quick. FTM, I don't even have to look. I know that the FTM alert went off, because after all this time, really similar to NPC here, right? In the sense of we were looking for an important level, an important price that had been largely ignored on the way up as resistance and had not been tested as support yet. Same thing on FTM. You guys have been asking me, what about FTM? What about FTM? Since like mid-September. And it's always been the same answer. I felt really lame saying it. 56 cents. I'm looking for like 56.8. Yesterday we did wick and hit it. Today we are here again. We'll check if we have a lower low. But we have been waiting on this trade forever. And it's finally filled. This is, after all of this time, the back test of the inverse head and shoulder neckline. This is the signal. This is the entry on the inverse head and shoulder pattern. Again, no guarantees on anything, but I like it simply because we had to wait for it. A lot of people probably bought higher, likely got stopped out. Originally, the target was 80 cents. We've already tested that. So that's a little problematic. We may have to move our down or our upside down a little bit on this trade. For those scalping, maybe you're just looking for 68.5. I think that wouldn't be bad. Stop loss definitely can be moved up in that trade. That's a little low. What do we got here? No div, just lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Oh, yeah. I think it does trade a little bit lower than this. Yep, did break the low today. This is on Binance. Okay, so that's got good liquidity. You don't have to worry about that. Low time frame div building. I don't know, dude. Would you rather trade? Would you rather make the FTM trade? This is all hypothetical. Would you rather make the FTM trade or the MPC trade? They're both very similar. The only differences that are super, like, maybe important is MPC hit an all-time high, less trading history. Now, these even look similar if you cut the back of the chart off, right? They look pretty similar. It's interesting. MPC, Crow and Casper. What's up, D Godfather? What's up, Tholm? A lot of vagina. How you doing, dude? It's actually a bullish close, and we are 2 days into the week. We are 1 day into the week. What's up, Sam Gal? You want to look at GRT? We probably can. We probably can do that. I started this by saying we'll check out the alerts quick. Just kind of feel it out here. I'm going to put an alert on FTM here. There we are. And make a copy. Okay, jumping in. Here we go. MPC, we did it. COTI. What's going on with COTI? Oh, we got a lot of fills. Boys and girls, I want you to take a moment. I know it's not the most hyped day. We only have 450 viewers. It's not the most hyped day. But you have tuned in to a very valuable day on this channel. We do trades of all, we put trades everywhere on all kinds of charts, right? They don't all work. They don't all hit. But very often you'll see me do something like this. I will place a long, and we usually identify these through high time frame supports that are untested, sometimes just high time frame supports in general. And when we place them, they look like, no, they'll never fill, right? Like, that's crazy. I don't know exactly when we did this one. I would guess mid-October. Price was probably at like 10 cents. It's like a 20% fall. But this is just another example. And now we've seen FTM, MPC, COTI, a really good one here, of that playing out, of that process of, man, those things will never fill, to maybe you just filled at the bottom. And there's more value to this than simply filling lower, which is a huge value. If you had done this trade, and I'm not recommending you did or whatever, but if you had done this, you had saw this TA and said, this aligns with my TA and my understanding, and I like it, so I'm going to look to do something, you know, in that mindset. You could have set this as a limit order and just walked away from it. You wouldn't have had to monitor it. You wouldn't have had to babysit it. You wouldn't have had to stress about it for, I don't know, however long it took. You would just set it and forget it. And that is the best and most successful way to trade. In my opinion, in my experience, nothing beats it than just being able to set an order and walk away. Your emotional connection with it is so small that you aren't losing sleep. You're not like taking damage, right? You're not like taking HP damage from a trade, which is very common because you're just stressed out and worried. You're just walking away. And if it doesn't fill, you just cancel it. You get your funds back. Nothing bad happens. This is a great day for these, man. We have a lot of good fills. Let me see what this is looking like, because I definitely have not checked on this. You can see very little TA here. I have not checked on this in quite some time. There we go. Yep, I could tell that's what this was. Very simple process. We had a big old green candle. We came in to fill it. Came back to hit that open. Stop out longs. Hopefully now, obviously the goal of this is to move back to 11.6. Hopefully we move back up. But that is a snipe. It's a hell of a snipe. Let me look around here. Anything real juicy? Not really. Nothing too good. Nothing like standing out as a spectacular trade or anything. Just a simple trade. Yeah, that money flow is pretty garbage. Lower lows. I don't know if I would take this one. But I would still take a trade like this over market ordering it at any given time. I don't know. You know, just taking that emotional path. I try to preach limit orders to you guys. Unfortunately, I can't really use limit orders while I'm live because, again, this took many days to fill. What am I going to do? Just place it and sit there and stare at it for the content? You'll see me market order into things simply because them are doing something while we're live. But my win rate on trades is so much higher with the limit order. Being patient, waiting for the market to come to you, not chasing the market up and down. That gets you just stuck buying the top and selling the bottom. Let's see what happens if it would bounce here. Where would we be looking? 10 cents. Maybe we redo this trade. Maybe we can reevaluate now if we didn't like this upside target. There we are. That's still almost a 2-to-1. Do like a 3-to-1. Take that 20%, just under 10 cents. I like that trade. Is there anything else I want to look at this? Nah. Alert set. Put one at 10 cents. Let's rock and roll. What's the next thing? I didn't look at any of these. And I didn't look at any of these before the stream. There'll be bad examples, I'm sure. AAVE has nothing on it. What was this alert? Let's go to the month. Anything here? Boom. Guys, chart after chart after chart right now on these alts are just back testing previous resistances on like the month. Ooh. Ooh. Crazy concept. I just got a lot more bullish. Man. I've seen this before. Anybody who's been in this space through a few cycles now, tell me you haven't seen this before. This is spicy. Bear div. Rolling over. Still not great. Easily. I don't know if I would take this one either, but easily we could have had that same logic. I assume there was something there. Why would I have that alert set? Either way, that's where price still is. So we can still place this. Either way, you could use that same logic of we're at that month. The month has been filled. I believe the market is going to bounce. Maybe all these trades slap at the same time. Stop below 120. Entry 130. 120 is probably the better entry though. I just like it because all the other ones have hit it. They've all hit that month. I want to start seeing them bounce. That is ugly as sin though. That is a knife. This is a knife, but a knife at monthly support. Could be worse. Nothing. What do you guys think about COTI? I like some of the other ones better. But dude, they're all hitting these supports. They're all doing it. This is the march up, man. You might have lower to go, but this looks like the march up. This looks like alts slowly grinding back to all-time high. Alert set, alert set. You know what? I see a super chat from Chris. Hold up, my friend. I'm putting all these in the exclusive. I don't even call it private. Exclusive trading group. COTI. It's AAVE. I just called it COTI. COTI. Hold up. These are solid. Okay. So bonk. Take a look at bonk, but let me see what Cody's talking about. Thank you for dedicating your time. Do I have a trade set up for stacks? We'll have to find out. Check it out for you, man. Thanks for this $50 super chat. You demand, Chris. You demand. Check out stacks for you. I also saw Heathy7 subscribed. The Fiore 24. Pruge FX. We got some good fams. Good fams coming in. I haven't looked at STX in a while. I'm going to pull up the old chart, even if it's going to look bad. Maybe it doesn't look that bad. Damn, this is just like Solana. Not the chart exactly, but it's just like Solana in the sense of we had like a long, for so long waiting. STX, this did stop us out though. Hit $1, that was probably the entry. I'm going to do the cleaned up chart. Let's do a new one. Just for the sake of it. This man made a big tip. Let's give him a clean chart. Just go to Coinbase. I want the whole history though. This always trolls me. I wish they would organize them by the most data. The more data you have, closer to the top of the chart it should be. Here we go. This is probably not all of it, but it's enough. STX, yep, we were here when it hit all-time high. Came back down. Let's take a peek. 93, that's probably why we had 93 there. Didn't quite hit that in August. STX is a little bit below kind of some of the reasoning logic we had for some of the other charts we looked at today. 152, currently trading at 145. You could say that is either, well, it's just a better value, or it's not really the same trade setup. You're trading lower. I don't love that as much, and that's totally reasonable. That's probably what I would say. Do that. Do this. I want to throw a fib on this whole thing. Where you at? 3, 2. Man, 93 cents, dude. I really like 93 cents. We didn't get there in August. I don't know if it's going to go to 93 cents. And we even had the trade down here. But if it does, that would be a good buy, I think. I think that would be a solid place to enter. But that's not helpful for you right now. Let's go to the week. Holding on to your higher low, maybe. This is looking a little dangerous. A little dangerous. Six. RSI on the day for everything just looks like this. All alts just look like this on the day. Just lower low, lower high. There's no anything. There's nothing there to play with. Under the cloud on the day. Yikes. Does look a little extended to the downside. You have no trend line. You have nothing. There's just like nothing at all. Maybe 135. Look for a bounce. 136. 618 retracement. You got your weeklies there. I don't really love that trade either. Maybe we can get a little bit some here. Yeah. I think the odds of this trading to 136 are pretty good. I think they're pretty good. You could take a position there. I feel like you'd need to see some energy in the market, though. You need to see the market do something. Some kind of bounce. Some, like Bitcoin start moving up against something, right? Take that back to maybe 160, 165. The real trade, though. I know I'm going full circle. We've been talking about stacks for a little bit. I just want to do a good job for my man, Chris. I think the real trade's at 93. May not come. But man, 93 would be pretty juicy. Pretty juicy. Yeah. Yeah. Can't get a good grab on it, man. We'll see. I appreciate it, Chris. Wish I could give you a little bit more. But it is what it is. What's up, 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐫𝐭? I don't know what 220 tries are. 220 tries. Hey, $6. I appreciate your $6, 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐫𝐭. First super chat? All right. Well, I appreciate it being your first super chat. Let me tell you another dead one after Matic. It's DOT. We can look at both of those. Honestly, less because of the super chat, more because of Matic has been pretty sketchy. Yep. Put this here and it said you're just catching a knife. This is a bad trade. Still trading lower. I mean, Matic bounce at 27 cents, please. Please. Ah, that's bad. Matic does look bad. Matic doesn't really have support until 5 cents anymore. You gotta pray. Like if you're big on Matic, you just gotta pray that this is a liquidity sweep and that you're heading back up very soon, because you have lost all of your support up here at this level. Your last point was like 29, 30 cents. You lost it, man. Not good. You start looking at these extensions, but in reality, you just look at the chart and you say, where's support? This is not support. This was support. You lose this, which you've already done, probably looking for more downside. And he said DOT. I haven't looked at DOT as much, but I assume you're correct because I don't think I've gotten any alerts. Yikes. Yeah. Yes. Same story. You're right. Very similar story to Matic. You've lost your support. Where to go? Look at the weekly time frame. While this might not be the full history, because I can't tell right now, it's not telling me what exchange. Look at it. Look at this. You got a flag up. You broke to all-time highs. You bled the entire time. But here's the big issue, man. Look at DOT. DOT broke. No, it didn't break its bear market low. It did. Okay, its bear market low is here, which is confusing because that's not like what any other chart looks like. Broke its bear market low in 23. Broke it again here in 24. I guess that's slightly higher. This does look like garbage. Wasn't DOT the one that was like paying all kinds of influencers like recently in the last year? Chad, tell me if that's true. I might be misspeaking. So with that context, great learning lesson here. Marketing, when it comes to coins, when like a coin is centralized enough to have marketing, expect this chart, man. Expect down, expect blood, because they're just taking value from the people buying it and essentially market selling it. They're putting downside pressure on your market in exchange for marketing, which here you go. Because people say, oh, but marketing's so important. Is it? Is it? Did it work out? It doesn't. It always ends up this way. It doesn't mean this is necessarily doomed. Nothing's ever really doomed in this space. But you are cutting it close. You are so close here with DOT. If DOT loses, let's just even say August's low, right? We're at 377. That's like 360. If you lose that, you have 350, and that is from the first freaking week it pulled back. Its third week of trading maybe ever. And below that, you got nothing, dude. It's just an abyss. You could say maybe a bounce at $2, but it's just an abyss. Hopefully this thing bounces for people holding DOT. I know I have some somewhere, guys. I'm wrecked on it. But I didn't put a lot of money into it. But I'm wrecked on it somewhere. I mean, yeah, you have bull div somewhere, right? Your lows coming up. Your lows are always. If RSI ever puts in a higher low on DOT, basically in the last many years, it's bull div of some kind because all the lows are lower. Yikes, dude. What was the other question? What's my thoughts? Yeah, they both look like garbage. Yeah, they both look garbagey. I have an alert here. It's going to be interesting. When you have charts like this, I've seen them do just two things, not much else. You test that level, you just liquidity sweep, and then you start retracing. You get like a really strong rally. Not like back to all-time high rally, but like, you know, like this, like $6. Or you reject from it when you come back up. You reject from the level you lost, and you just start bleeding. You just continue to bleed down to the next support. Either way, entering a new position, probably a knife. A knife I do not want to catch. $20. That was looking actually really good back in March. But you can see just like the difference here. A lot of coins did this. Not many did this after. Not many retraced the entire move. DOT is definitely in trouble. Absolutely, man. Watching USDT dominance. What's up, AMB? How you doing, bro? How you doing, brother? We still have like 450 viewers. We still have not 450 likes. Can we get it? Stop freeloading. Hit that button. It's free. What's your question? Dominance with the 200 SMA. Dominance. 200 SMA and low time frame. Seems to be really good at showing market direction. So in general, here's something we need to know. Like USDT.D is valuable in a way that BTC.D is valuable. They're kind of just showing you the same picture, but in a different way. If you want to try to discern some kind of like trade from it, like what's going to happen next based on it, that's a harder kind of sell. So yes, it is good at showing where the market is going in the sense of stablecoins. They don't really fluctuate that much in market cap. They slowly over time, we've seen them grow. They have small periods of contraction that really are rare, but they're very stable. And so the rest of the market is moving around. And so this isn't really giving you the picture that it might appear to be giving you. It's almost like taking the Bitcoin chart. Let's just do this. It's like taking the Bitcoin chart, naming it something else, and then inverting it and being like, this chart seems very good at, you know, predicting where things are going. Like, yeah, because it's really just showing you the same data in a different format. So this isn't valueless. It has some value, but it's not. A lot of people think this is some kind of like secret thing that they're going to make great trades on. And it's like, if you can do that, like if you have success doing that with dominant or USDT dominance, then you probably just have success in trading, right? It's probably unrelated to this. You just kind of view it through this lens. When this increases, the market tends to be going down, or the market isn't doing anything and stablecoins are growing, right? It's just a relationship. It's like a pair. It's a cool thing. I mean, I like it. That head and shoulders, baby. Send this to Valhalla, though, man. Send this to nothing. Get it out of here. Like that. Hasn't broken the higher high, head and shoulders. I think this is still going down. Can almost like see it here on the day, right? Let's make this, let's just fit this data to like do my question better. We have a lower high, a lower low, and now you can see dominance. Look at this. Ever so slightly lower high. Yet the whole market, so many alts we've just looked at are at major supports. They might break. If they break, this is probably going to move up. But if they hold, this is just getting rejected again, right? This is moving right back down to like the bottom of whatever channel this is. Just like that. Break, alts are probably losing those supports. Hold at the lower high, just like you've had 1, 2, 3 lower highs, maybe 4. Coming back down. I don't even have indicators on it. What's up, Giovin Pratama? What's up, my friend? How you doing? Let me refresh the chat. What's up, Bad Fox? I missed you. I don't know if you're still here. Came for the TA, stayed for the voice. You know, baby. You know. What's up, Christopal? Tau, Bitten Sword chart, please, asks Cole. Tom for president? Someday, brother. How is IOTA looking? Oh, dude, I don't know. It sounds rough. If I only had to choose one indicator for trading, what would it be? Just some, it doesn't really matter. Just any oscillator. Just like an oscillator. I like oscillators. All oscillators are doing the same thing. They're all just doing the same thing. They're just showing it to you a little different. X variable. Here we go. What should we look at? HBAR, you know, Campbell, I've been seeing posts about HBAR, so we're going to look at HBAR. I'm sure there's going to be some rec trades here. I'm sure. Nope. One of them is the one we placed recently. I think we looked at this like Wednesday. HBAR did break the support, as I'm sure we were kind of expecting. Tested that support over and over and over again. Finally broke. HBAR, I mean, could find support at any one of these lows. See what our month is. Kind of comparing it to the other altcoins we've seen. Oh, order block, bearish order block in the month, down. It would not surprise me to see HBAR trade to 3.6 cents. This would be unsurprising. I'm going to have to update this chart eventually. 5 cents. If you get any position, if you catch this knife at any point, like on leverage, if you're doing spot, whatever, if you catch this knife at any point on leverage, 5 cents is where I'd look to take profit. If it moves on down to 3.6, bounces, goes to 5, I'd close that position. There's a lot of reason, at least in my opinion now, to think it's going to 3.6 cents. I also own some HBAR, which I'm sure is underwater now. Absolutely. High bar or low bar? I don't know, man. A little bit of both. Mr. Days, Doge. Yeah, let me pull up Doge. Doge is actually doing pretty good. We might have an interesting learning lesson here as I pull this up. Let me check. Looks like we do, boys. We do. Whole market's selling off, right? Doge has been rather bully. Rather bullish. Look at this even. The low here. Backtesting that previous resistance as support bouncing. Doge has been moving, or at least maybe not taking the same hit as the rest of the market. Beautiful higher high, didn't quite hit 18.5. Came back testing 14 cents. Like this is now the neckline. That's probably the entry. Probably missed it. Now let's look at the BTC pair, because when everything's going up, the BTC pair can be valuable. And maybe when everything's going down, it can be valuable. But like I would say maybe during chop, it's not as valuable. Look at this. Everything's moving down. Doge hit a support of some kind, maybe not as low as others, not monthlies. But look at Doge. Doge versus BTC. It broke through. I said this was the level we got to see it break. Unfortunately, that's not the end of the road. You got 262 sats. After that, things get very exciting. If Doge can get back above like 262 sats, it gets more exciting. But has tested resistance, held, higher high, held. This is showing us that even though the market is selling off, it's hard to see because, yes, Doge is down against the dollar. Doge isn't at its 17, 18 cent target. And it is a little bit down from its high here, but we can see that it's still trending up. And this is some of the big value of the BTC pairs, is they can see through the ups and the downs, and it gives you a more accurate image of is something performing or not. Because when everything goes up, you could say anything is performing, but in reality, they aren't all performing the same. Doge is very strong here. This is very strong. If you can keep pushing, man, retake 262 and that dollar pair will eventually follow. Doge is good. It's good. ATH, all-time high, baby. Let's go. So layer order and accumulate on the dips, mob versus ballot. I mean, that's what I've done in the past. Sometimes it's worked for me, sometimes it doesn't. What does my crystal ball say? My crystal ball says the low is in today. That's been the same, same rhetoric since the beginning. All right, we're getting a little spicier here. A little spicier. Coming back up to 67.9. We were rejected earlier in the stream. Anything change here? Bull div on the hour. Pointed that out. Still playing out. It took a little bit. Actually got a red candle in the live. Bull div playing out. We got that bull div. I would go back and watch the beginning of the stream if you missed it. I still don't see, because we did a very in-depth version of this, I still don't see that reversal yet. I don't think we get a big move. I mean, minimum until tomorrow, like minimum until election day. I think that could be extended out to the FOMC on Thursday. I wouldn't expect something to be super spicy until then. I think we get a retracement. I said that earlier. We've moved up since I said that. I said I think the low is in for the day. So far it was. We are still battling with this support that we closed under. But I mean, that might mean like 68.4, you know, back to this hour order block. Not really looking for a retest of all-time high or something with this, with these little time frames here. My voice is already going wild. Wild. Please be it. Time to go back up. Support bounce, lost it, rejected, retested it. The 4 hour might close above 67.9 here. That could be good. I could maybe amp up a little bit of the rest of the chart. The rest of the chart not looking good. Outside oscillator bullish divergence here. Got it on every time frame. 12 hour, 1 day. Got it on every time frame. Outside of that, not a lot looks that good. I think we are most likely to see sideways. Most likely. Let's see. How much more energy do I have? What time is it? 2:13? It's not a long. It's been about an hour. About an hour on the live. How we doing here? How's the connection? Hold up. Never started the short stream. Probably won't. Sorry, Goad. Did I miss super chats? Is Matic dead? Sorry, Brutal. Brutal last 20 minutes ago is Matic dead. Finally think it's time to ditch it. What's interesting, guys, is I keep hearing that about HBAR. That's why I wanted to look at it. I keep reading things on Reddit of people like, I'm done with this. I've held this forever. I'm done with this. That makes me bullish. That makes, oh, Bitcoin just popped a little bit. That makes me bullish. Makes me a little bullish on the Matic as well. Kind of seeing that a lot here. Seeing a lot of that rhetoric. When no one else is buying something, those have been some of my best entries. They have been. Not all of them. I'm still holding. I mean, I'm still holding bags of some of the stuff we looked at today. Why did it get an alert? It didn't go any higher. Strange. Move that alert up. Lost my train of thought. Let's see. Analytics. Turn it down. Yeah. 300 likes. All right, we're doing a little better. Tap that like, share. Thank you, man. 88. You know what? Let's look at 88. Let's look at 88, and I'm going to do it the favor of giving it a clean chart. Where is my variable chart? Here it is. 88, man. Yikes. This has been brutal. It's been a hard watch. I got 88 too, though. I'm right there with you. 88 closed the crappiest freaking monthly candle last month. It hasn't broken last month's low, which I will give it a little bit of credit for. A little bit of credit. Actually, I want to see this too. Damn. Is this just the fate of everything? I didn't think this for a long time. We'll find out. If 88 breaks 400 sats, we'll find out. Maybe this is just the fate of everything against Bitcoin. It makes sense, right? Like everything outside of crypto just trends down against Bitcoin. But I never thought that crypto would be part of that. Look at ADA's decline here. From August of 21, you have this downward channel, right? This is ADA versus Bitcoin. But it's not alone. It's not like it's just ADA. Watch this. Same thing. Same thing, right? Falling channel. It had some different kind of moves here, but it never broke its original 2017 cycle high. In the last cycle, made it to 0.1 almost, 0.08. Merge happened, but then it just got caught in this channel again. You look at something like, here's the best example, and this is going to be a huge self-own incoming giant self-own. Look at Litecoin. Older, even more history. It seems like after enough time, everything just starts doing this against Bitcoin. Is this the fate of all coins? Certainly it's the fate of most coins, right? The fate of most coins can't be to outpace Bitcoin, or else, I mean, that would mean Bitcoin's really struggling. But the more time that goes on, the more I see this. And I am starting to think that maybe maybe nothing really trends up against Bitcoin long term. They seem to do so in the first cycle of their existence. They kind of establish this high, and then they don't seem to go back to it. Maybe someday they all do at the same time, right? But until that happens, that's a hard sell. The only one that vaguely doesn't resemble this is BNB. But I honestly do not believe BNB will ever break this all-time high against Bitcoin. I don't. Its first cycle, it hit an all-time high, but then it just continued up, even through the bear market, right? Continued up. The next cycle came, it hit higher highs. Topped out at the bottom of this bear market, and now it's trended down. This doesn't look that strong. BNB is the only one that I can name. Maybe there's some others. Maybe. Not many. But you have to also think, like, Binance is a huge part of this space, and they have reason and they have the capital to kind of defend this. Like, they want to keep this up. I don't know. I can't name any others, man. Uni. Dominance drops, everything will run. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But will they go back to all-time highs? Will they break them? I don't know, man. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it happen. It's just BNB. Remember, I think people were like, oh, Render or something. There was another one. It was like INJ and Render. And no, it was funny is while we were looking at those and when people were like, look, it happened. Like, that was the only fleeting moment. And then both of those charts just crap back down. I hate that they changed this ticker. Is there no BTC pair for Render? That's funny. That's actually very odd. Doesn't matter though. It still exists. You don't need it to be traded directly for it to exist. Let's do where the full history would be. Is Render not on Binance? Oh, here it is. Huh. Did a bunch of exchanges pull support for Render? What's happening here? Why is there so little history? Hold up. I know they changed the ticker. I'm guessing it has to do with that. RENDER. Ooh, NDER. There we go. Maybe this is why. There it is. It does have pairs. I'm not crazy. At the same time, Render had done this. People were like, oh, what about Render? Crap the bed. Just immediately crap the bed after that. Isn't that fun? Like, not funny, haha, but funny is like, when we first started talking about this and I brought it up with you guys, I think those were the two examples of like, look at these two. And I was like, damn, maybe you're right. And then almost immediately, they started selling off from that all-time high. I don't know. I don't know, man. It seems like that's the fate of coins. Which sucks for me because I started my investing on the basis of that wouldn't happen. Maybe that was foolish. I started my trading thinking that wouldn't happen. So I got a lot of bags that are very under, like Litecoin. Hopefully someday, at least when dominance drops, hopefully like they all rally a little bit. You can get out of some positions. I don't know. ADA is struggling, my friends. It is struggling. Right back down to support, tested it again. 25 cents. Looking down here, I mean, you lose this structure, which it kind of looks like you already did. You lose this structure, you're looking at 25 cents. You lose 25 cents, you're looking at like 12 cents. I forget where it is. Down here. ADA is struggling. Bitcoin is moving sideways, but I actually am getting the sense that Bitcoin wants to make a move. I wouldn't get too excited, not a huge move. Kind of get the vibe it's going to make a move though. But it's waiting for the stream to end. I can tell. You know, I forgot to bring this up. Pinned to the top of the chat. New partnership coming in. It is a decentralized exchange. It's a DEX. So you have your own custody. I don't know the most about this yet, but I do know Jason Casper and CryptoFace are in on this. It is not launched yet. If you would like to play test or test it out, not using real funds, you can use that link. It'll bring you here. This is Antarctic Exchange. You can use my link, but should be cool. This has not been my realm of expertise in my life, but I have always said that this entire space is going to move towards the DEX. It's going to move away from the SEX giggity and towards the DEX, simply out of just necessity. And I think that time is coming, right? Lots of exchanges getting KYC, getting shut down, whatever. It's coming. And so I want to get my ducks in order. If you guys want to help, just test this out. It's not real money. You literally obtain test gas token, right? This exchange is really beautifully done for a decentralized exchange. Check it out. One thing, you obviously have to connect a wallet because it's a decentralized exchange. Don't use your wallet you're holding all your coins in, guys. I trust these people to connect my MetaMask, my public one, which has some funds on it, but I don't trust them to connect like my ledger to it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just like a centralized exchange, have a wallet that you're using to trade. Don't have anything else on there. Try it out. Give it a shot. Any feedback that you have, I can directly, virtually make sure happens. So go forth, test it out. Give me feedback. Tell me what you want to see here. For a DEX though, I think it's really well done. The functionality is great. It's pretty cool stuff. Check it out. Check her out. I think she wants to move. I'm going to let it move, guys. We're going to be live again on Wednesday. Unfortunately, it will not be for 𝐒𝐿 because we got rugged. Watch Bitcoin. Because we got rugged. It's now Thursday, but I'll be on a plane for a few hours heading to Dubai on Thursday. So it breaks my heart that I might not be able to deliver 𝐒𝐿. I think this is the first one we've missed in forever. Probably in a year, 2 years. Look at this. It wants to move. I'm wrapping it up, whales. That's right. Wrapping it up. Join us on Wednesday. Jump in the Discord. Sign up with any of the partners in the video description below and get into our private trading group in Discord. That's it. Make sure you've liked and subscribed. Join us soon. I love you guys. Crown out. I do this for you.